Hey everybody, we've got a couple Life Zet articles here today. It has to do with policing. This is something I talked about a couple days ago. I don't know if you've heard this story, but talking a couple days ago, what I'm saying is talking about how police are being portrayed right now. So let's look at these two things real quick. Minneapolis seriously considering disbanding their police force. Every city needs a police force, and doing away with it in any way would only cause more violence and chaos, which may, in the end, be exactly what Democrats want. Several members of the Minneapolis City Council are reportedly seriously considering disbanding the city's police department after the death of Jorge Floyd, who died in police custody in the Minnesota City last week, spurring riots to break out there and all over the nation. I don't know yet, though several of us on the council are working on finding out what it would take to disband the Minneapolis Police Department and start fresh with a community-oriented, nonviolent public safety and outreach capacity, tweeted Steve Fletcher, a council member who represents Ward 3 in Minneapolis. Short article here, it just finishes up by saying here he went on to argue that Minneapolis's police force is irredeemably beyond reform and that the city needs a new type of public safety that does not fear our residents and doesn't murder black men. Oh yeah. All right, so check this out here. Buffalo. I don't know if you saw this video, I guess. I'll just show you the clip. This basically is what happens when you think you're an activist at age 75 and you try to step up to the police department.
He's not He's clean out of his ear. Get him better. What the fuck you walking up on me? I'm gonna be back. Get the fuck away. Put me back. Y'all know what this is.
Back up. Get off the steps. Let's go. Get back. Get back.
Get an ambulance for him.
We have EMT on scene.
All right, so there you go. Another white man yelling, carrying a Black Lives Matter sign. Gotta love that, right? Way to show him you're down there, Whitey. Now, the old man. Obviously, we don't want to see any of our senior citizens hurt, but man, he was just laying there like a dead fish. But that's what happens when you try to step up to police when they're trying to tell you to back off. Why? What's the point? So here's the aftermath of that. 57 Buffalo police officers resign from emergency response team after cops suspended for pushing down 75-year-old man. Anti-police sentiments are an all-time high after the death of Jorge Floyd, who died in police custody in Minneapolis, Minnesota last week. All 57 officers of the Buffalo Police Emergency Response Team resigned on Friday in solidarity with the two cops who were suspended and later arrested for shoving a 75-year-old man to the ground during a protest. The police union representative said that the officers do not believe they did anything wrong, as they were just following the orders of Deputy Police Commissioner Joe Garagiola, who told them to clear the area. Buffalo Mayor Byron Brown said in a statement that he is aware of the developments related to the work assignments of certain members of the Buffalo Police Force. What does that even mean? What does that statement mean? At this time, we can confirm that contingency plans are in place to maintain police services and ensure public safety within our community, Brown added. He later added, I was deeply disturbed by the video, as was Buffalo Police Commissioner Byron Lockwood. He directed an immediate investigation into the matter, and the two officers have been suspended without pay. There you have it, folks. It's what I said before. But first and foremost, Minneapolis, Minnesota, please do this. City Council, please do this. I would love this. They love it in Democratic circles. You individuals on the left know this. They love to talk about how bad the police are. Oh, police are so terrible. They're killing our black babies out here. Oh, and our black queens. They love to spit that kind of rhetoric. You know, and they don't want the police around. So let's use this as kind of a trial. This will be our trial city here. Minneapolis. Go ahead and step up. Disband that police force. Please, I'm begging you. I'd love to see what happens. I would love it. If you're a cop in Minneapolis, get the heck out of there if you can. Go to somewhere else where you're appreciated. Buffalo police, I'm with them. Like I said, I mean, I don't want to see the old man get hurt, but when they're telling you to clear an area, if I stepped up to police officers like that, I would expect them to shove me down as well. It's not their fault that he was weak and couldn't handle being pushed. Again, like I said, I'm not advocating for the violence against the old man, but come on. They're telling you to do something. Why are you trying to... What are you trying to do? What was he even trying to prove? Anyway, back to the point though. I'm fully behind Buffalo in this one. They're police officers. I would love to see more and more police officers resign. Just leave the profession altogether. Be done with it. You get no love. You get no kudos for the things you do good. You get blamed for everything you do bad. Sounds like a certain individual here in a high-level position in our country. The economy is his fault when it's bad, but it's Obama's when he's doing good. Interesting how things work. It's one of those professions where you just can't win. So if there's any individuals out there who are watching this who are thinking about becoming cops, don't. If you're a cop, go to a different city that doesn't hate you. Find something better to do, please, for your family, for your sanity. Don't do it. Let these cities burn to the ground on their own. If Minneapolis wants to think they can do it better with a community policing effort, I'd love to see it. You know, it made me think of something real quick. Let me say this before I get out of here. They talked about the Bloods and the Crips, and hey, I'm no gang historian, but they were talking about the reason why those gangs formed was to protect their neighborhoods. You see how that turned out. Get an organization together. Don't tell me that they're not going to seek out power. And I'm not saying they're going to become that, but any organization that you could put together that's supposedly community-based, there's always going to be a power structure to it. There's always going to be individuals within that. They want more and more power and to abuse their power, so I'd love to see it. That being said, thanks for watching that video, everybody. Let me know what you think. Take care. All the best.